So, Al, as we kick off the show, we got a real packed show here on tap, and there's a lot of, oh gosh, well, how do we say this? Excitement in this financial markets.
Yeah, almost euphoria.
We're back at all-time highs on some of the markets here, and there's more and more investors and traders, or the average person that wants to participate in these phenomenal gains, right?
Great.
Well, the key is to protect what you have, but also to continue to work for that future. Now, you talk a lot about financial literacy, or we should say lack thereof.
Illiteracy, I guess, is a more appropriate word.
And you're helping a lot of people combat that financial
Right.
illiteracy. And, you know, today I want to talk about how us as the average investor or the public can trade like those big institutions, the banks, the big firms. We call it the smart money. Before we do that, Al, let's recap what's happened this past week. We had some great moves again.
Right.
What's going on?
Well, the market's been on fire, Josh. I guess that's how you would have to put it. The Dow on Tuesday closed above 30,000 for the first time in history.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it was a great week. Dow was up a couple, 2.2%. S&P up 2.3%. The Nasdaq up 3%. Those were for the Nasdaq and the S&P. Those were record highs. And the month, same thing for the month. The Dow was up 13% for the month. S&P 11.3. Even the Russell was up 21%.
Wow.
And I think the important thing that is showing us is that a lot of the more domestic companies, the smaller companies that might have a greater impact on the economy and what's happening in the economy, that's a good sign for us. But opportunities, you mentioned that word. There have been opportunities just almost on a daily basis. This is probably one of the best times that I have seen for opportunities in these markets.
Have you seen a lot of opportunities?
I've been around for a few years, Josh. Thank you for reminding me.
I got to do that once a day.
Yeah, well, you do it more than once a day. Well, that's okay. I don't mind it. It's experience. It's mature experience is how I like to look at it.
Well, that's a great thing. I'm glad you're on the show because you bring that experience and that wisdom to help the public kind of feel more comfortable and confident about getting in these markets.
Yeah, and there's these opportunities that we're seeing now, Josh, are both for short-term traders and for the longer-term investors, for people that are just looking at growing their portfolios. So, the worst thing is just sitting on the sideline going, oh, there goes another opportunity. Oh, there goes another one I missed. So how do you take advantage of those opportunities? Well, it's like Henry Ford said years ago. And no, I did not know Henry Ford personally, by the way.
Darn it. You beat me to it.
Yeah, sorry about that. But he said success is when preparation meets opportunity. Well, we're seeing the opportunities. The market's providing that. And why is preparation so important? Well, the truth is that we don't really know anything for sure. No one knows with 100% certainty which way a trade or investment is going to go. But the good news is that we can do things to increase the probabilities that we're right and decrease the probabilities that we're wrong. We do that through proper preparation. And we're going to just exchange that word preparation for education. That's how you become prepared. Get the proper education. And for too many people out there, they are participating in these markets by just guessing or hoping, basically gambling. And that's not the thing that you want to do.
You're exactly right. A lot of people think that trading and investing is a gamble. Well, here's the difference. When you go to the casino, you have the gambler. What one thing does the casino always do every single time? They have the same strategy every single time.
The odds are in their favor.
And that's why, because they don't deviate from that strategy, their plan. And that's where in trading and investing turns into a more of, I guess we'll call it more of a business-like approach.
Sure.
Right. And you said some pretty interesting things there. Proper preparation. And you have to have that proper education to be prepared. But you want to keep those odds in your favor and increase that probability. You talk a lot about opportunities. I like that old word pour. If you've been listening to the show for many, I guess we'll say years now, and you haven't, taken advantage of these free investing classes that we give away tickets to, you've been passing over opportunities regularly. Al, we got a big show coming up. I want to talk about the smart money in this next segment, how they are creating income in all market conditions. The market is up right now. That's phenomenal. Now is the time to take advantage of that. This is Josh and Al with the Retire Young radio show.